Hello and welcome, buddy. What is going on? So, this video might be a little bit different, but I just wanted to ask you guys a question, essentially, and that's gonna be there's gonna be a poll at the top, right of the video, and essentially what I wanted to ask, and I said this on Twitter yesterday, that Real Madrid, obviously, congratulations by the way, it's on winning the Champions League. Real Madrid will probably buy Mbappe this year for 120 million euros, whereas we are currently debating whether we should spend 45 or 55 million, you know, whether we should even go above the 50 million threshold that we currently have. And you know, we're just debating about things like that, whereas, you know, the bigger teams, they are spending, even Juventus, who has been acting similar to us, even they have been spending a lot of money. So, you know, it's just quite interesting. It's quite interesting to just see the response I got to this tweet. That was essentially the main reason of this tweet. Not really, you know, yeah, I do think that's pretty much true what I wrote, but the main point was honestly to see what people would say, what people are gonna, you know, think. And most of the people, I mean, I don't think there's a single person here that actually disagreed with me. I don't think there's a single person here who actually said, you know, what you're saying is wrong. We shouldn't, you know, we shouldn't spend money just like that. We should actually be more wise about it and try and get good deals. And usually my thought about that is, you know what, we should get good deals, yes, but we normally get good deals by investing early. We don't really normally get good deals by by spending late. You know, the transfer market has now begun, which is actually late for us, because we only now know our targets, and we only now are actually pursuing them. Whereas normally we actually know our targets early, we pursue them for like 2-3 months, and then in those 2-3 months we try and get the best deal, which isn't the case right now. So it's quite interesting. You know, most of the people here totally agree with me. I mean, a lot of people are reactionary, I'll be totally honest here, but I would have loved to have seen, if I asked this question like a month ago, right, or 2 months ago, when we were doing well and everything, when we were looking like, you know, we're going on a good run and whatnot, and we can win the match against Real Madrid in the Champions League, I would have loved to have seen a response then, whether people would have said the same thing, or whether they would have totally disagreed with me. Now that's why I'm asking you guys to poll. I don't want you guys to be too reactionary. I know a lot of you guys probably are right now, considering Real Madrid, you know, have just won the Champions League again. They're the first team in the modern era to win the Champions League back to back. So there are a lot of things that are obviously going well for Real Madrid, and they've obviously had a ruthless approach to getting players. They've spent a lot of money, but even when they've just scouted players such as Asensio, they've still done very well. So that's why I know I said this, but that's why my thing right now to you guys is try and not be reactionary. Try and think of the answer, not just that you would give today, but the answer that we would give in, say, a month or two. That's all I'm gonna say. My answer to that, and that's probably me being reactionary, I don't think we need to spend 120 million. Well, honestly, I don't think that's the case necessarily, but I do think that we need to spend more money than we have in the past. I think that because we get more money, we should spend more money. It's that simple. You know, if you get more money, then you should spend more money. And right now, with the new TV deal coming in, and a lot of like other partners extending with us, I think that we need to spend more money, in all honesty. Do I think we need to spend, say, 200 million on a player, or 200 million just a summer? No, absolutely not. I think if we spend, say, 50 million, I think if we spend 50 million 2 or 3 times, 2 times would even be enough, in all honesty. It's not so much about the amount of money. That isn't really the problem. The better question is that we need to spend it on quality, and nowadays quality players, they cost. So, you know, 2 players obviously straight away come to mind that are realistic. I'm not gonna say unrealistic names, because you guys know who I would be talking about. I mean, his name is basically in this tweet already. That's the first person that I would probably go for. But if I had to choose a realistic player, probably Sanchez. I know I change my mind on Sanchez like literally once a day. Twice a day, that's how often I change my mind on him. 1 week I'm like, you know what, I'll take it. But the thing for me has always been that I think that the numbers that are being quoted would just be overspending, and that is the big issue for me. So, but even for 50 million, you know, if we spend 50 million, I know that's a lot of money, which a week ago I said I wouldn't want to spend on him, but I am changing my mind just because I feel like we are not actually taking it that seriously. And that's my big issue actually, that it doesn't seem like we're not taking it seriously, because normally there are a lot of names that have been rumored. You know, recently 2 years ago, I think it was, or 3 years ago, I don't know, we had like Di Maria to Bayern for like a good 3-4 months, and then he still didn't come. So I just think the Sanchez thing is just a similar thing, a similar what's the word I'm looking for? It's just similar situation. Well, every week we get new rumors. You know, yesterday I think I was gonna make a video about this yesterday, but I was just a little bit busy. That Arsene Wenger said that they're not gonna sell Alexis Sanchez this summer unless they find a replacement. So I was gonna make a video about that, but like I said, I was just a little bit busy. So I guess this is a video in of itself. But yeah. I think like if we spend, like I said, 50, we don't have to spend 50 million, but the thing is, the quality players that I would actually move this summer would cost a lot of money, and I don't think we're going to spend that kind of money. So Alexis Sanchez is probably the best bet at this point. So, and he will cost roughly 45 to 50 million, 40 to 50 million roughly. So I would actually take that right now, because I don't know, maybe it's because I'm already sick and tired of the transfer one. That could be because of that, maybe not. But anyway, like I said, vote for the poll. I don't know if it's going to be a YouTube poll. That's the thing that I was planning to do, have it be a YouTube poll, or whether I'm going to have a straw poll in the description down below. I might have it as a straw poll, to be fair, because, you know, I've talked for quite a bit now, and the video is only going to be like a minute long. So now that I've actually talked for like a good 7 minutes, I might just put a straw poll. It's going to be in the description down below and the first comment that you'll see under the video. You don't have to sign up for anything. Straw polls are very simple. Just going to ask you, do you think that, or do you not think it? And then ultimately you can vote for that. So that's all there is for me. Like I said, a bit of a different video, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on just the summer, the transfer window as a general. Because I already know my thoughts, and my thoughts, they change quite a lot. But I think in terms of just spending, I don't think we need to follow the latest craze of spending 100 million plus on a player. But I do think that we need to start getting rid of the idea that we can get great players for 40 million, because quite frankly, 40 million, you're not going to get that many great players anymore. Not that many, and that's the big issue. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone, and have a nice day. Bye.